My name is June. I'm fifth year at Rutherglen High School. I'm going to sing You Raise Me Up. I hope you enjoy it. When I am down and all my soul's so weary, when troubles come and my heart's burdened me, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come, some more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand the mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart resource imperfectly. But when you come, when I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I'm worth eternity. You raise me up so I can stand the mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand the mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand the mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can
Well done, Struan. That was a fantastic performance of that song. I think our audience will really love that.
You know my heart, my head's in control now. The two roads apart, might need you to come round.
So this is exciting, everybody. I'm Michael Phillip. I'm one of the woodwind instructors, and I'm going to introduce you to a former pupil of mine called Mark Thompson, who's also performing under the stage name Mark Angels. Here he is. Hello there. Hi. So
Hello.
I want to ask you, where are you in the world at this moment?
I am in London, specifically southeast London.
Good for you. And why are you in London?
I live here.
Obvious answer.
I work here, I do music here, and this is kind of where it's all happening. Well, currently not at the moment during the pandemic, but we are here because music called and I came.
Yeah, good for you. Excellent. So it's really nice to see you again after lots of years. Can you remember how many years is it since there was this little first year boy called Mark who wanted clarinet lessons at St Andrews and St Bride's?
You know, I think I left school 9 years ago. 9 years ago, so I would have been,
So 15 years ago then, 14,
yeah,
15 years ago,
something around those
you came
those.
into my life at that point, and
I strolled into that room with high hopes and
yeah,
dreams.
a funny little room at the old St Andrews building.
Wow,
Yeah,
I came in with
and
a little black box.
yeah, and off we went, and we did clarinet all the way through. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, higher music.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Can you remember your exam?
I can remember my exam actually. I remember being super nervous. I remember actually when we finished the last song that we did, we left outside the door. You closed the door ever so gently, turned around to me, and we were like, "Come on!"
Yeah.
I remember that much. Yeah, I just remember I remember putting so much pressure on myself for those exams, and I just knew how much I wanted to nail them. I think you did as well. Like we had proper, we got there in the
Yeah.
end. It was
Good.
a success.
Yeah.
We smashed it.
Yeah, we did smash it. That's great. And you were also having singing lessons at school for hire
Yes,
with
correct.
Mrs.
So
Hawkins.
with Mrs. Hawkins, yeah, that's the thing because I think singing never came into my music career as such until around that time, fourth, fifth year. I always sang, but kind of behind closed doors. Never really something I wanted to pursue because, as you know, I was always into my sports. I was into my football a lot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was heavily involved in that. And I think singing at the time, I just didn't think it was cool enough. So I kind of kept it to myself. But then, don't know, some type of confidence came over, and I really wanted to pursue it. And so I started taking singing lessons around fifth year high school with Miss
Yeah, yeah.
Hawkins.
And then you were in the school orchestra, obviously, as
Correct.
most
Would
people who
represent.
played instruments were.
Oh
And
yeah.
we did concerts in various places. And then you were able to tour with the school 3 times.
Yeah, correct. 3 times. Yeah,
First time to Holland, is that right?
yeah. Oh God, I
And
remember
second
it.
time to Paris,
Sure.
and third time to Germany.
Germany, third time to Germany. Yep, correct. Wow, it was
Fantastic.
yeah. We
Fantastic.
did have fun.
Yeah, and then more recently, you've traveled a lot further away than that because picking up on some of the posts I've seen from you, you've been in Los Angeles, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
And
we were
you've been in the Far East in Japan.
yeah, correct. Tokyo as well. And last year we were meant to go back again to Tokyo and then to Seoul in Korea, South Korea, and also back to LA. But obviously, with the obvious pandemic, kind of stopped that from happening. But it's all good. We'll eventually get there. again.
Yes, good. And so I'm just thinking back to your school stuff. So you had a fairly varied musical experience at school, doing all sorts of stuff. And then when you left school, you went on and decided to pursue music.
Yeah,
So
that's correct.
so you went to where?
So I went to Edinburgh Napier University during the time where I was applying for courses. There was another course that was doing popular music other than Napier, and that was at Strathclyde at the Jordan Hill campus. Do you still remember? So
Yes,
the year
it's closed now, sadly.
So the year that I was going to apply for it. That's the year they shut, and that was the year they'd ended that course. So I couldn't apply. And then the only other places that were doing those type of courses were down south, but at the time I just wanted to stay in Scotland, so Napier was the place that I went to. And funnily enough, I wasn't planning on doing music further. It was medicine. I don't know if you remember, I wanted to be a doctor at this
Yeah,
point.
doctor,
Yeah, so I wanted to do
think
that.
how different your life would have been.
Oh God, I know, right? So I think during the time I was doing my work experience, I worked at the local hospital in Hairmyres, and I was fortunate enough to work in there. I did some work in the dementia ward, the Alzheimer's ward, and I think through my experience, I realized that I think your heart needs to be in these type of things to really, pursue it and do a good job within it. And my heart just wasn't in it. And I think music was always pulling me in.
Mhm.
And my mother, who's from the Philippines, education out there is really important, and as it should be. My mum really wanted me to pursue a kind of academical career like that, and my father, who is a musician, was on the other side. It was almost like having the angel and the devil on my shoulders. My dad was like, come to music, come to music. And yeah, I just remember saying to my dad, listen, there's a course that I really want to try out at Napier. It's popular music. I really want to do it. And at this point, my parents had seen me perform, and I had fortunately I had done quite a lot of musical things. And my dad was like, right, well, don't tell your mum, and I'll drive you to your audition. So I was like, you slide devil you. So yeah, we went. I remember going to my audition. The music that I prepared for it, I actually produced myself. So I produced the backing track because I thought, maybe that'll give me extra points to these guys to show that I'm kind of serious about this. So I produced my own backing track for my singing audition. I sang a John Legend song called "Ordinary People," which is predominantly a piano ballad. But me, being the extra person that I am, I ended up producing a more pop R&B up-tempo version of it, and I think they appreciated it because they gave me an unconditional offer for the course after my audition, and I think it was a bit of a no-brainer for me. I mean, breaking the news to my mum was quite scary, but we got there in the end, and
Yeah,
my parents have always been supportive of it, so
yeah, great, excellent.
Next up we have Sophie on the flute playing piece number 7 from Celtic Collage.
Well done, Sophie. That was lovely. Thank you.
Tell me to stop when I need to slow down. You know my
So,
heart.
so you went to Napier, and then your life took an unexpected turn because you got a break.
yeah, so I finished first year, and then during my second year, I got interest from a publishing company, and so my songwriting side of my music career which was something I was always passionate about. I was always writing and composing from a young age, unintentionally, by the way. I used to just write songs like around the house and just sing them, and then I kind of started to realize I kind of had something for it around the age of 15, 16. So I'd been writing a lot of kind of original music and just putting it out online, nothing serious and stuff like that. But over the first year of university, I started to really put out a lot of music, which was getting noticed online, and I kind of found my first manager from that, and then a whole different bunch of opportunities came from it. Other producers from London and other companies were wanting to, get me involved with a lot of, their artists and stuff, and then eventually I ended up signing a publishing deal during my second year, which in turn made me work in London a lot more than I kind of thought I would. And the university were like, listen, you're spending too much time down there. I think it's best that you focus, on this opportunity that you've got, because it's not going to come around all the time. And they were really good about it. They were really supportive, and they've actually just let me defer my studies, so I can go back and finish when things calm down a bit, which hopefully is not anytime soon.
Yeah, sure.
So that's kind of what happened, and then from there I ended up moving to London, and then that's kind of the shorter version of it. And I'm still here, and luckily still blessed to have opportunities to continue it.
Yeah, fantastic, superb. I'm delighted for you, because you're living the dream. I mean, many kids would love the life that you have. They think that they write a couple of songs and they put them out on SoundCloud, and they think, all that needs to happen now is that Simon Cowell hears it, and then they'll be millionaires.
It's funny you say that, because these days there are some people that do get that lucky break by putting a song online, and then eventually blowing up effectively overnight and becoming an instant sensation and stuff like that. Unfortunately, well, actually no, fortunately for me, that never actually happened.
Your career is more organic. It's growing in a more logical way.
I think so, but I think I've enjoyed it more so because of the stages I've had to go through to get to where I'm at today. I think if anything, it's kind of strengthened me. It's my knowledge within the business itself has definitely grown in a way that I think is more natural. Like you said, I've experienced things in the right times. I feel I've never had to do anything like get sort yourself out. But yeah. I think it's been a great journey so far, and like you said, it's been quite organic, and I'm been fortunate that it's went that way. But then at the same time, it does take a lot of dedication and hard work, and as I like to call it, a bit of unrealistic confidence in yourself, which I'll probably go in to talk to about later on. But, yeah.
No, I mean, your confidence shines through anyway. So just before we wind up, I want to appreciate the fact that you still sound as if you belong to South Lanarkshire. You're an EK boy.
All the way, come on.
So can you tell us just about what you're into now? What's your current project, or what's the next thing that's going to happen? Let's assume you're allowed to travel again. What will you be doing?
I definitely want to do a lot more traveling, and that's visiting hopefully the Far East again, and then America. I feel like those two kind of places are where I feel the most at home, I guess. I know that doesn't really make sense because I'm not from those places. Well, actually, I technically am Far East, but I just feel like the energy and the vibe of these areas definitely bring out the best in me musically and creatively. So last year, at the very beginning of lockdown, I signed a record deal in Asia, predominantly. Right. I released an album out there, which unfortunately I wasn't able to go and tour and do all the kind of promotion things. Yeah, exactly. I was meant to do that during the summer last year, and that entailed kind of like radio stuff, TV stuff, and just live performances just in different areas within Asia. And unfortunately that obviously never panned out, but I definitely still managed to release something out there, and I never thought that would actually happen. These kind of things all collectively formed from writing for a lot of different artists out there, and I got my record deal off the back of being able to write for these artists. And I think the record label obviously seen the success that I was having there. Fortunately, I was able to have 4 number ones out in China and Japan, Korea, and then in turn allowed me to have the opportunity to release my own music. So again, that I am currently making my next project, which hopefully, I don't know if it will be ready this year, but definitely by early next year. I still have a lot more traveling to do and more experiences to talk about in my songs, so I want to just take my time with it. I think that's the fun part of all, I guess. And,
we're very grateful to you for for spending time talking to us tonight. And we all wish you all the best for your career. And now we know what you sound like and what you look like. You know, we'll all be rooting for you. And maybe sometime when you're back in these parts, you could. Did you ever drop back into your old school? And
yeah, I did actually. But it was a good couple of years ago. Actually, it was an event called Micro Taiko, which I think they basically focused on investing small amounts of money and kind of growing the wealth. So that it was a really fun event, and I was there. I took a singing and dancing workshop there, but it was mainly more for performing. So there was kids there, and it was a really fun day. And then we ended the day with a couple of performances. I had two of my friends that dance for my shows as well. So we did a couple of performances, and it was just good fun. It was great to come back. Actually, it was actually a little bit weird coming back, and actually coming back as a singer and. Yeah, it was nice though. I was nervous, but I think it's just weird seeing all your old teachers kind of just.
Yes.
It's just such a strange thing to do, because I loved school. My whole school career and school life was definitely a great one, and I'm really fortunate for that. And all the teachers were really nice as well.
So your life has moved on, and those of us who've left behind are all still doing the same as what we used to do. No imagination at all.
No, not at all.
So, anyway, thanks so much, and we're going to play out with one of your own songs, I think. So thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I'll see you.
Sometimes you gotta take care of yourself. I know you've been through it. I need you to take some time. We gotta take care of ourselves. We both been through. Nobody wants to be alone. You and me, girl. You and me, girl. You and me.
This is the percussion playing ensemble play tango.